CNBC's Seema Modi is there now, outside the pretty famous South Beach hotspot, the Clevelander on Ocean Drive. Seema?
Shep, that's right. We are on Ocean Drive here in the heart of South Beach. This is where spring breakers come to party, and the crowds have been only getting bigger by the hour as residents, tourists, even business owners telling us they are bracing for what could be another wild night.
I expect to hear sirens at the stroke of midnight.
A curfew will go into effect in Miami Beach County, but a number of spring breakers tell us they still plan to party.
To be honest, I probably will try to stay out a little bit because I'm not from here. So it's like, you know, I want to enjoy myself. But if it is what it is, you know, like, the curfew.
Others are changing plans. A group of college students in town from Ohio have decided to cut their trip short. Miami Beach Mayor Dan Gilbert says if the curfew doesn't stop the violence, his options are limited.
The curfew is the only thing we really have left to do. Maybe an earlier curfew. Which I'd hate to have to do, but if we have to, we will. We can't allow streets to be unsafe.
Mayor Gilbert says the spring break crowds have drawn criminals from close by and further afield.
We've had people from out of town come and shoot, with weapons that they found here. We had locals from the region be here, gang members, drug dealers, people trying to exploit the volume of young people that are here. So you see all of it, frankly. But whatever it is, we can't allow it to continue.
Critics say the mayor is overreacting. Stephen Hunter Johnson, a member of Miami-Dade's Black Advisory Board, says, quote, the only emergency is that black people are on the beach. Mitch Novick, owner of Sherbrooke Hotel, says he's already had tourists cancel bookings.
I've had 3 cancellations, 2 of guests who were here that just were afraid.
Less than 5 hours till the curfew goes into effect, and a number of people we spoke to say they weren't even aware that this curfew exists, and that's why cops about a half an hour before midnight are expected to go around to ensure people are aware of the punishments. There's heavy law enforcement you'll see on every block, but the hope is that over time this crime will become less of an issue for the city of Miami Beach. Shep?
Seema Modi on South Beach.
Well, the party is over in Miami Beach. Starting this evening, city officials are putting the brakes on some of the wild and dangerous fun by spring breakers. The city issuing a state of emergency and a curfew on partygoers from tonight until Monday morning to try and curb some of the drunken crowds and the violence that erupted last weekend. Brian Enton joining us live from Miami Beach. So, Brian, liquor sales end at 6 p.m. there.
Yeah, 6 p.m., Nicole, so about 35 minutes or so from now, the liquor stores will have to close down. There's also going to be a curfew at midnight when everybody will have to get off of the streets. You see around me right now, it's pretty calm, but things don't usually get crazy until late at night. It'll be interesting to see whether these new rules have an impact. A wild and chaotic and violent couple of weeks in Miami Beach, Florida, and now the warnings are up. The curfew starts tonight after the city declared a state of emergency. On Morning in America, the mayor said the out-of-control spring break party is officially over.
This is not your mom or your dad's spring break. They're not shooting water guns. They're shooting real guns, and that's just absolutely unacceptable.
There's now a midnight curfew and alcohol sales must be stopped at 6 p.m. The new rules after 5 people were shot and hundreds arrested during the spring break madness over the past several weekends. Did you guys hear about the state of emergency?
Yeah, we did, but we don't care.
Regular stuff.
We don't care about it. We don't care.
No. At the end of the day, everybody should be safe.
Boston has 20 state emergencies. We don't care. We deal with it.
Videos of the spring break lawlessness have gone viral on social media. But imagine living and working right in the middle of it. Mitch Novick lives in the penthouse of the hotel he owns called the Sherbrooke, just a half a block off Ocean Drive. He should be enjoying the unbelievable view.
Because if you watch...
Instead, he's inside most of the time, focused on his security cameras.
What is it like to live and work right in the middle of this?
You know, I've been here for so long. I love it here, despite the madness. And until we get the message across to the world, hey, the party's over, kids, it's not going to change.
And that hotel owner says he's had about 3 guests cancel in just the last week, people who decided not to come to Miami Beach because it's just gotten so crazy. It will certainly be interesting to see tonight whether these new emergency orders actually have an impact, Nicole. Midnight is when they will officially close the streets here in Miami Beach.
Well, you spoke to that hotel owner, Brian. I mean, does he seem pretty confident this will at least maybe help?
Honestly, no. I mean, he says this has happened the last 3 years in a row. And what happened last year is the partiers will move into hotel rooms or they'll just go to other parts of the city. So while they clear out the main tourist areas, like where we are on Ocean Drive, the party usually just seems to continue someplace else.
All right.
Yeah.
Brian, thank you for that. We'll certainly see what happens.